So April 23rd, let's get started here. Oh, yeah, I got a good starter today. Everybody go to the starter, please. This is, as you're completing this starter, would you please use page let's see here, 29 to help you answer the questions from this starter. This is going to assess, it's going to be informal. I should have made it formal. It's informal though. And it's going to assess your ability to analyze political cartoons based on the political cartoon that you already did on whatever page I just told you, 129. Okay. So if you look at that starter now, I'm going to give you more time than usual. More time than usual because this is this really should be formal, should be a quiz, but it's not. Okay. All right. Take a look. Choose the best answer to each question as you analyze the political cartoon. What time is most likely represented? Okay. Which of the following is not an action represented in the political cartoon? Which of the following is not a caption? Which of the following is not an object represented in the political cartoon? And which of the following best represents the summary of the political cartoon? These are all really solid questions. Everybody, please, please, please do that. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit longer than usual, to complete that. Okay, but y'all go ahead and begin, and then we'll move on. Please let me know when you're done as well. Let me know when you're done, please. And I'll know just to help me plan the time. I don't want to rush you, but I don't want to move too slow either. All right, y'all, here we go. Let's look at the summary page today, April 23rd. We're going to continue to create trading cards of significant events and people in Vietnam's history. So we're working on that today. That is our main focus. Again, North Carolina Standard Course of Study is construct charts, graphs, historical narratives to explain particular events or issues over time. Unit is Asia, statement of inquiry, governance throughout time and place, impacts expression. So what I want you to think about again is if you are in a government, okay, that is extremely strict, lacks freedom of expression, freedom of speech, the inability to vote for leaders, right? How does that governance, that government at that time and place, how does that impact your ability to express yourself or students to express themselves? Okay, think about the Earth Day presentation and how those students and youth activism, youth involvement is encouraged and they're able to express themselves because of the type of government in that place at that time. So think about that and kind of compare that as you're looking at maybe Vietnam and Ho Chi Minh, as we look into Cambodia and Pol Pot, and we'll get into that next week, okay? So your synchronous work is the starter, which you should have just finished, which was, I think it was a pretty solid starter there. And then we're going to continue 130, the Ho Chi Minh trading card, and 131, the offensive trading card, and then finish with the ticket out the door, okay? Your asynchronous work is now, a lot of y'all missed it yesterday, the ticket out the door. Who missed that yesterday? Those were different options. There was continue 130 and complete 130, okay? I always say continue if it is not due that night. Okay, I say complete if it is due like that night or the next. Okay, so these are due Sunday night by 10 p.m. They should be formal, but they're going to be informal. The next round is going to be formal. We're going to do 2 more trading cards next week for Cambodia. Those are going to be formal. So keep that in mind. You can use this as kind of like a test run. All right. So let's review. Everybody go to 130 in your digital notebook as well as 130 in Canvas, please. I'll give you 30 seconds. All right, so let's look again. So everybody, I just want to clarify the expectations here for this trading card template. If you're on 130 in the digital notebook, I put the template here. Now, you can do this on a sheet of paper if you'd like. You can do this in Canva. I bet Canva would be a really great way for you to do these trading cards, okay? A trading card template. But again, they're already here. I put the template in the digital notebook, so you could use that as the first option. Okay. Now, the name, what I want you to do again is right away, the name goes on the top. So everybody should at least look like this. Then you can find a picture of Ho Chi Minh online and you can put that in here in this space. Now, I don't want you to leave the question here. What I would do is, when did this person live? So I would look up Ho Chi Minh and find out, okay, when was this person alive or when was there significant events in his life? And you could put those years in here. Okay. Once you do that, delete the question. Once you do that, delete that question. And then you could even increase the font a little bit so it's clear, okay, when this person was alive. Okay. And then when did this, where did they live? We're looking at a location. So you could give like where they were, where he was the leader in Vietnam. You could include like where he was born, where he died. Any of that information would be okay. And then what was this person's job or role? Okay. All right. So again, that's the information you need to include. If you create your own design, you can do that. Just include this information, please. Just include this information. What are the 2 things he achieved in his life? What problem did this person try and solve? Did they solve it? What was the outcome? And then how important is this person in history? Historical importance rating right here. So you're going to pick 1 out of 10, 10 being extremely important, 1 being not important at all, and write why. Why was that person, why did you give them that rating? Okay. everyone is doing Ho Chi Minh. You're not picking somebody else. You're not picking somebody, a student or another historical figure. Everybody is doing Ho Chi Minh for that first one, okay? Now, I've given you also 3 resources where you can find all of that information. I looked through these resources myself earlier this week or last week and identified, and I found that information myself in here, okay? So that's what you're doing. Now, everybody go to 131. 131, the Tet Offensive. Again, I found 4 resources that you can gather this information that is on the template on page 131 in your digital notebook. So now if I go to 131, it's the same, basically the same organizer. However, the information is different. What's the name of the event? So I put that in there and I centered it. Find a picture or illustration. When was the event? Who was involved? Why did the event occur? 2 important details. How did the event change the course of Vietnam's history? And then historical importance rating again and why. So that is what you're doing there. And again, I gave you 4 sources that include that information. Okay, if you read through those, you will get that information and be able to input that into your trading cards. This is due Sunday by 10 p.m. Sunday by 10 p.m. So please keep that in mind. And I actually wrote the starter on Monday is going to assess this information. Did you get that information? Did you complete this properly? Did you do this thoroughly? Okay. Any questions in the building or at home? Any questions in the building or at home? Okay. This also provides you, even though this is the last quarter, you could do this for an extra credit extension. If there's an event or person you want to do a trading card on, you could research that person in the extra credit extension research page in your digital notebook and then complete one of these trading cards for that individual or for that event. So you could do that. That's an option for you. So keep that in mind. All right, so we're gonna move the ticket out the door in a minute, and then you're gonna have the remaining amount of time to work on this and try and get this done before the end of class today. I'm gonna give you an overview. We are having an assessment. Our quarterly is going to be May 11th, I think. Let me check the calendar again. Yeah, right now we're planning on May 11th for our kind of like our big Asia quarterly. Okay, we're gonna move in at that point, May 12th, into potential like EOG testing and all of that. We're not done with the quarter at that point because we're gonna focus on financial literacy. But that is what we're gonna do. We're gonna review Monday, May 10th. We're gonna test May 11th. In the meantime, we're gonna talk about Cambodia, China, and Myanmar. Okay, those are the 3 countries remaining that we're going to focus on. Okay. All right. Everybody go the ticket out the door, please. Ticket out the door. All right, I'll make sure you're doing the ticket out the door and make sure you're paying attention. That question four, make sure you're paying close attention. Okay, because again, these are due on Sunday by 10 p.m. Should be in your digital notebook. If you're doing them on a separate sheet of paper, please take a picture of it. If you are in the building, okay, you can show me that piece of paper as well as an option, okay, to turn that in. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, finish that ticket out the door and use the rest of the time, please, to complete, finalize, perfect, refine your trading cards.